This episode is brought to you by the Ultimate Girls Trip. Here is our reoccurring daydream. Us at a drool-worthy pool, surrounded by our business besties. We just finished a powerful exercise on building our dream lives and executing our business goals. Join us if you are ready to be celebrated for taking up space, to feel purposeful, and to live a life of fulfillment. Go to proofitspossible.com for more info. Welcome to Proof It's Possible. Jamie and I are multifaceted entrepreneurs, the founders of the Ultimate Girls Trip, and the hosts of Proof It's Possible. Jamie and I are also sisters, best friends, and complete opposites, but somehow we always manage to stay on the same team. Join us every week to hear our thoughts on all things entrepreneurship, friendship, family, pop culture, and more.
Hi guys. Well, that was mine.
Who's the winner? Who gets to start first?
I was supposed to start and
right.
just couldn't handle it. So you
I mean, the just sort of aimless staring at the computer, I feel that awkward silence, and then I feel like it's my turn.
Less than 6 seconds. Anyways, welcome back. Today is an exciting day because it's the most wonderful time of the year. It's Christmas. So for the next 3 weeks, we will be chatting all things Christmas, which brings me all of the joy. And today we're talking about preparing ourselves and our businesses for a successful holiday season. So,
and implementing some strategies for all the success.
Yes. So let this be a reminder that if you haven't ordered your Christmas jammies, you're probably too late.
Yeah. We're sorry. So that's a tradition your kids will not be taking part in this year.
No, but seriously, some of the things that I do for my personal life, just to make sure that I'm on track, is that I order Christmas pajamas in October to make sure that we have what we need and everybody's sizes are available and we get the cream of the crop and we're not looking at the nicest of the uglies because we've left it to the last minute. So things that I like to do way in advance are order the Christmas jammies, order any stocking stuffers that I know are just going to be a hit year round. Like, the bath bombs, the kids aren't going to stop liking them. So, and like the body washes and the shampoo, the fancy shampoos and all of that, just guaranteed every year. They want it, they like it. So it's pretty easy. Making sure that I have like enough dishware and cutlery and all of the things long in advance so that I know that if I'm hosting Christmas dinner, I have the turkey roasting pan. I don't have to search for it on Christmas Eve and be like, oh, my life's a disaster. I can't find it. They're sold out at Canadian Tire. They're, all the things.
Yes.
I also like to have a lot of my Christmas gifts bought and wrapped by now. So that's just the way I do life, but I'm not a last minute person. I very much dislike going and being limited in all my options just because I've left it to the last minute. So I'm not a last minute shopper in any way, shape, or form. So I don't take part in any of that.
I like the hustle and bustle of being in the malls,
Me too.
grocery stores at the last minute. I just don't want to need to be. Like, I'm okay to be like, oh, I forgot to get chocolates at Purdy's. I have to go to the mall. But it's because I'm not trying to avoid that. I just don't want the one present that I have to get. I'm not just going to mosey into the mall on,
and think that you're getting the hottest.
And think I'm going to get the hottest toy. Yeah.
It's been sold out for 6 months.
Or even get anything that great. I mean, the good stuff goes and you have to know that. You do. Even online, the good stuff sells out. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the strategy that you take from what you're explaining here is that you start early and you're prepared. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. And then other things I do is I make formal plans. So if I want to host a certain event, I send out a formal invitation and say, please let me know if you would like to come to this so that I have numbers and then I can start planning the food. So I can be like, okay, well, on this day we are going to have a lot of people, so I better do something that feeds a lot of people. Like, I better do a ham dinner, or we're going to have appetizers that day. What are the appetizers? What are the ingredients that I'm going to need? Is there anything I can pre-buy that's not going to go bad? So that I'm just as prepared as possible. And I think that like, I'm not the kind of person at 6 o'clock every night is like, what are we going to have for dinner? I like to know what we're having for dinner because I hate that kind of pressure on myself. So of course, during Christmas, if I'm hosting a lot of people, I already know what we're having weeks, sometimes months in advance. Especially if like the bigger the party of people, the more prep I feel like needs to go into it. Because you can't leave and be like, I forgot to buy the cranberries and it's Christmas Eve. Sorry.
Totally. Well, and like the cranberries are such an easy thing to just get while it isn't crazy busy and while the stores aren't selling out of things. Like, just get them. Same with the stovetop stuffing box. Just buy the box when you're there.
Yeah. If you're getting the cream of corn, just go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter if it's in November. You can just buy it now.
Well, and one thing that I will say about myself is, so I'm not the queen of Christmas. Jamie is. I love Christmas and I love partaking in all of Jamie's magic, and my mom's magic, but I am the queen of planning in all situations. So I definitely, like, if you want to see me just get unnecessarily upset, just don't make a plan in advance with me, especially if I'm hosting you. Like, you're the person
Don't tell her what time you're coming. If you want to see her
tell what time you're going to be there,
don't tell her what time you're coming.
Don't commit to coming at all, actually, but maybe you're coming. So just make sure the meal is available. So like, honestly, when I've invited somebody to my house and they're like, yeah, we might stop by, I'm like, no. Are you coming or are you not coming? I just need to know. It's not that I don't want you to come. It's not that I'll be mad if you don't come. I understand either direction, whether you're coming or not. I just need to know because I would like to host you and I would like to make you food and I would like to put out snacks and I would like to have a gift for your kids if you're coming. But I need to know that in advance and I can't have a ham dinner waiting. I don't know that you're coming. And I also would like to know at what time that will be so that the food is hot and ready and we're not just starting the ham.
And also
you arrive at 6, surprising.
Also, our husbands call us the she-hams.
Yes.
Because our maiden name is Sheehan, but they've nicknamed us the she-hams because they say that for every big gathering, we'd like to have a ham.
Yeah. Well, it all started because we had a girlfriend who had never had ham dinner, and she asked our mom to make ham dinner one time for her, and she's like, I would love to try it. I've never tried it. So mom made it, and then she was like, I'm coming back every Sunday. Do we have this every Sunday? We were like, well, we definitely don't have it every Sunday, but like, it's easy. We could if you want. So mom made it for like 4 or 5 Sundays in a row. Like, we had ham dinner very often. And then basically Ray was like, okay, ham is plenty like once or twice a year. Why are we having it once a week? This is wild. So he nicknamed us the she-hams.
But now Darren's gotten in on it too.
Yeah, Darren's gotten in on it. And we are the she-hams. It's nice to have a little ham as well as a turkey. And it's nice to just go a little overboard with all the food and offerings at Christmas. So
and like as a little backstory, our grandma, she made ham. Both of our grandmas made ham at every meal. And ham and turkey was served at every special occasion. And it would be foolish to think that we would only do one. So
here we are doing both.
We are.
So that's why we'd like to know who's coming and that someone's going to eat it.
Yes.
That's silly. Yes. It's silly to make all the food and not know if the person's coming. So
absolutely.
Just say yes or no. Yeah.
Okay. And then the other thing that I'm like, just in my personal life, so much easier said than done, but plan those if there's anybody's children listening, please shut off the podcast now.
For a while. It's been a problem because we've talked stockings, pajamas. That's all ruining Christmas for someone. So we're sorry.
Anyways.
It's not a kid's episode.
Get your elf shit sorted. If you have elf on a shelf, just pre-plan. It's 30 days or 25 days. Plan the 25 days and just just make a commitment to yourself that you're not going to be up at 11 p.m. being like, what could that stupid little elf be up to today? And don't just hang him from the chandelier like you have the last 12 years, because the kids are
Well,
over that.
I liked when you bought like that lady that put together the little like elf kit. That was brilliant. She had like weird little cotton balls. Every day had like all the little things and the idea. And
Mhm.
what did that cost you?
I think it was $100, but it was a local lady and she put together everything herself. And I know you can buy them much cheaper on Instagram ads and things like that nowadays, and they have good stuff in them. But I like to pick someone who's local who does it. This was like a single mom, and this was a way she made money, extra money for her family's Christmas. And she did such a good job. Like there was, the snowball fight with the marshmallows, and there was the melted snowman, and there was the bowling pins, and there was the miniature pinata, and there was just all the things. And it was so nice every night to just like open up the box and be like, oh, I don't actually have to think of the ideas. They're already here. What one suits
Sure.
my fancy today? What one will
Hmm.
please the kids? What's going on in our lives? Oh, a pinata because they just learned about Mexico in school. Wonderful. Put it
Yeah.
up,
And the
It's,
kids were thrilled by it.
oh,
Do you ever wish that you never started? Like lots of moms are like, "Oh,
no.
why did I start this?"
It's a
Or
lot of
some
work.
moms
Don't
are
get me
just
wrong.
not doing it. Pardon?
By the 25th, I'm like, these little pukes need to go back to where they came from. But I
Yes,
believe in the Christmas magic. So do I regret it?
totally.
No.
No,
No, my
I
kids are only
agree.
little ones. And I
Mhm.
only get this experience once. And it's going to last for 12 years if I'm lucky per child, with some overlap there because
Yeah.
they're still believing at the same time. And the reality is that this is such a small little window of my entire life that I'm going to make it as magical as humanly possible for those 12 years. And I am
Well,
going
and
to
I
be
just want to tell you
unapologetic about it.
I just want to tell you about what I heard at a dinner party on the weekend.
What?
It was with a teacher friend, and she said that no child past 10 believes. They openly talk in grade 5 about how the whole thing is BS and they all know, but their parents don't
No,
know that they know.
let the children be mine. The ones, the ones that kibosh that statistic because
Do you
I,
think Mila knows?
I think she has suspicions. Do I think she knows
Yeah,
wholeheartedly? No.
I
I
think she
think
does
she has.
this year.
What's that?
I think she knows, and I think she knows this year for sure. For sure.
We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
we'll see. My hope for her is that she becomes part of the fun of doing it for her brother and sister versus going to them and being like, "Hey guys,
She
guess
would
what?"
never. She's not a
I don't
monster.
think she would. I don't think she would either. Like I think
She
she
would
would keep
never
up
do
the
that.
lie. I hope so.
No, she would never.
Because the little two, it has not dawned on them whatsoever. And I never want it to because we nickname
Mhm.
them the babies forever because they're our babies forever.
They're our babies. Okay, back to
Back to Christmas.
back
What
to
what else?
strategizing for Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've settled on our personal life. Now we're going to focus on what can we do to make a successful holiday season for our business. I personally like to step away from my business and not feel an ounce of guilt about it over Christmas time. So, what are some of the strategies I can do, you can do, the listeners can do to help them be able to step away, prepare for that, holiday break so that it does feel peaceful and guilt free. Do you have any tips or tricks?
Yeah, I like to step away as well. Even just for the few days that it is Christmas, I don't mind working a little bit sometimes in between if I have time, but I really 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 like to get ahead of all of that. And I know that like my clients also want things to be left alone. Like they don't want to hear from me either. So I try to really prioritize the first 3 weeks of December and just make sure that I've caught up with people if I need, I owe them the catch up or the
Mm-hmm.
contact or whatever, and given them like the overview of where things are at, where we're going to be up until Christmas. I like to be super clear with my clients that I'm going to be away. So some people, as much as most people don't want to hear from me, there's some that don't have a ton of plans and they're like, oh, perfect. This is my chance
I'm not at my
to
regular job, so this is when
job.
I'm going to build out
Yeah.
my website for my
Like,
dream job.
yeah. And I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
no, no, no. I'm not here for that. I've been working all year long. This is my vacation time. So, anyways, I like to give clear expectations of that I won't be getting back to them promptly
Yeah.
until probably the new
Yeah.
year. So, just stuff like that.
I like to get everything that I possibly can done. I don't want to leave anything till the last minute. I very much dislike that. And I honor the fact that it is my vacation. And although it can be enticing to take on new clients in the month of December, it's not for the greater good. Like it just
Yeah.
causes me stress. So I don't auditing season, the busiest auditing season, because businesses only have until December 31st to get their audit in to be certified. Busy season is from September to December 31st. And
Mm,
you can charge almost double, if not
right.
more, in the month of December for the companies that have left it to the last second and are like, I need my business audited like yesterday.
Right.
Can you do it? I get a million of those. And don't believe me, it's so tempting to be like, yeah, I could swing that. Like
Yeah.
it's quick cash, it's great, all of that, but it brings me none of the joy. Like
No,
none of the joy to
totally.
feel like I have to pull myself away from my family and the things I want to be doing in the most joyous season of the year to go work on somebody's business because they failed to plan in the first place. So I know it's just honoring my own boundary that I don't take on new clients in December and I don't take on new audits in December. That's just
For sure.
the cold hard truth.
Yeah.
Um, Other things I like to do is make sure that, like you said, there's very clear expectations. Like put on your email that you are away, do an auto-generated response that
Yeah.
you're away, and that they can reach you on whatever date you're back, or they can
Yeah.
leave you a voicemail or email, and that you will be back in touch with them then. So that they're not like, well, I called you on the 25th of December and I expected you to call back on the 26th. Like if you say, I'm not back till January 1st, well, then they know they're not going to be getting a call back till January 1st. And then also vocalizing any open projects that you do have with your clients, kind of like you already said, to make sure that they're well aware of that. Yeah, I don't know if I have any other tips for my business. Some things
No, I
just,
mean, yeah. The goal is to not have too much going on with your business around Christmas so that you do get a little break and you do. And like, I used to have a lot of guilt around any time I wasn't working. Like, it was
mhm,
just like toxic hustle culture or whatever.
mhm,
And now I like give myself that time to be guilt free about not writing the person back, even if I've seen that they've written me. I'm like, I informed,
mhm,
and I don't believe that people, if you say I'm away, I think even if somebody writes you, it's just because they've written you, well, it was convenient for them, but they know
mhm.
that you're not writing back until it's convenient for you.
Yeah,
And you've made the arrangement, so nobody's like upset about that arrangement.
yeah,
So I do think communication is the biggest factor in keeping like everybody happy during the
yeah.
holidays, including yourself.
Well, and I own a business that we do work on holidays.
Yes.
Like the industrial firefighters that work for us, they do sometimes have to work Christmas Day. And when that happens, I make sure that I reach out to all of my staff and say thank you. We like to give them gifts on Christmas, like whether that's a gift card for groceries, gas, um,
A bonus, whatever.
a
Yeah.
bonus, whatever that looks like. We very much believe, like it is our company's beliefs and in alignment with how we like to run our business, that we are grateful for all of our employees, but we're especially grateful when they have to work over a holiday, when we get to be at home with our family. We know that they're making a sacrifice, so we like to pay them accordingly, and we
Yeah.
like to give them gifts of appreciation because we think they deserve it. So if you have staff that are required to work over the holiday season, make sure that you thank them because they are doing you a huge service by working,
Keeping your business running
keeping
when
your
it's the
business
kind of
running.
business that has to run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no matter what.
Mm-hmm. I would love to hear everyone else's tips and tricks, whether they're in your personal life or your business life, on how you prepare and strategize going into the Christmas season. So anyways, I'm so excited because it is Christmas. So blast those Christmas carols and write us a review or send us a little message.
And we hope your tree's already up.
Of course.
We are so grateful you're here.
It would mean the world to us if you'll subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel and leave us a review.
If you want to hear more from us, go to proofitspossible.com to join our mailing list and find our social links so you don't miss a thing.
Thanks, and chat next time.